Hello everyone, and welcome to my YNR Daily Update channel. So, was this really just a simple mistake, or is something way bigger going on here? You have to wonder if Michael Baldwin is finally about to pull the trigger on his oldest friendship. Or is he secretly the one holding the smoking gun? We all saw Phyllis Summers get backed into a corner she can't claw her way out of lately. But the real question isn't even whether she'll survive this. It's whether her supposed best friend is actually the one digging her grave. Do you think this was just a legal disaster? Or is Michael Baldwin playing a much deeper game for the mustache? Welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving deep into the June 4th fallout in Genoa City. Honestly, the air is thick with the scent of a Newman victory right now. We've watched Phyllis Summers, the woman who literally survived being dead, finally reach her breaking point. She's currently staring down the barrel of a prison sentence for her involvement with Matt Clark. For the first time in a long time, the Phoenix looks like she's about to be turned into ash. But why is this happening now? Well, think about it. This isn't just a legal jam. It's a systematic dismantling of Phyllis's entire world. She actually saved Nick Newman's life recently. And how does he thank her? His response was to threaten her with a jail cell if she didn't hand back Newman Enterprises. Talk about a slap in the face. This isn't just about a company. It's about the Newmans reclaiming their divine right to rule Genoa City. They are stepping on anyone who helped them along the way. Phyllis is realizing that in this town, gratitude has a very short expiration date. Hers just passed. Right now, Phyllis is basically begging Michael Baldwin to clear her name. Think about the irony here for a second. Just days ago, she fired him in a fit of rage. Now she's back on her knees asking for a miracle. This behavior is classic Phyllis Summers, don't you think? She burns the bridge, realizes she's stuck on an island, and then expects the person she scorched to swim over and save her. But the psychological layer here is even darker. She's not just fighting for her freedom. She's fighting for the validation that she still matters in a world that is trying to erase her. Now, let's get into the core of this disaster, Michael Baldwin. The latest spoilers suggest he's essentially cleaning up Phyllis's mess. But is he really doing that? We have to look at the conflict of interest here. It would make any real-world ethics board scream. Michael isn't just a lawyer. He's Victor Newman's protégé. Victor has already given him an ultimatum. He told Michael that if he chooses Phyllis, their decades-long relationship is over. Why is Michael being so passive? Usually, Michael is the shark of the courtroom. He finds the loopholes. He dismantles the witnesses. He turns impossible into acquitted. But right now? He's acting like a man who's already lost. He's telling Phyllis her case is hopeless. The funny thing is, he knows something she doesn't. He literally knows that Victor fabricated evidence using AI-generated emails. Internally, Michael has to be tearing himself apart. He's caught between his wife Lauren, who is ride or die for Phyllis, and Victor, who is the father figure Michael always wanted. Imagine the weight of that. Every time he looks at Phyllis, he sees a friend. But every time he looks at the case file, he sees Victor's shadow looming over him. He isn't just defending a client. He's managing a hostage situation where he's both the negotiator and a potential victim. I'm starting to look at this differently. Michael Baldwin isn't failing Phyllis because he's a bad lawyer. He's failing her because he's trying to save Victor from himself. If Michael exposes the AI fraud, Victor goes down. If he doesn't, Phyllis goes down. By being mediocre, Michael is trying to find a middle ground that doesn't even exist. He's trying to be a fair-weather friend while a hurricane is hitting the coast. Honestly, I think Michael's behavior is kind of cowardly. You can't be half a lawyer. Either you represent your client with everything you've got, or you walk away. By staying on the case and acting like it's a lost cause, he is effectively acting as Victor's Trojan horse inside Phyllis's legal team. He is clearing up the disaster by ensuring the Newman family gets what they want without Victor's fingerprints being too obvious. This whole thing is about Michael's deep-seated need for approval and control. He needs Lauren's love, so he takes the case because she insisted. But he needs Victor's respect, so he doesn't actually win it. It's a classic case of avoidant behavior triggered by conflicting loyalties. He's paralyzed by the fear of losing either his family or his mentor. So, he chooses to do nothing effectively. How long can he keep that up before Lauren figures it out? Let's talk about Victor's victory because the sources say he's already popping the champagne. He's gloating. He's telling anyone who will listen that the Newmans are back on top. But is this a real win, or is Victor building a castle on a foundation of lies? Victor believes that by leveraging the Matt Clark situation and the threat of prison, he has finally broken Phyllis's spirit. He's using a scorched earth policy. If he can't buy Newman Enterprises back, he'll burn Phyllis's life down until she hands it over as a ransom for her freedom. This isn't business for Victor anymore. It's a holy war for his legacy. Victor is feeling a sense of absolute entitlement right now. To him, Phyllis is a squatter in his home. He doesn't see her as a legitimate business owner. He sees her as a thief who needs to be punished. There is a cold, calculated joy in his gloating. It's the ego of a man who has spent a lifetime being the great Victor Newman and can't handle the idea that a woman like Phyllis could actually outsmart him. We need to view this victory as a symptom of Victor's growing isolation. He is pushing Nick to confront harsh realities while simultaneously manufacturing a reality of his own through AI and blackmail. He's not just winning. He's rewriting the rules of the game so that he's the only one who can win. It's corporate gaslighting at its finest. I totally disagree with Victor's tactics here. Using AI to frame someone is a new low, even for him. It takes the soap opera villain trope and turns it into something much more dangerous and modern. He's not just a tough businessman. He's a digital terrorist in a suit. The fact that he's gloating about it shows just how far his moral compass has drifted. Victor's behavior is driven by a massive God complex. He believes he is the moral arbiter of Genoa City. Because he believes he is right, any means, no matter how unethical, are justified to achieve his ends. His gloating is a defense mechanism. If he stops celebrating for 1 second, he might have to look at the wreckage he's caused in his own family. While the titans are clashing over a boardroom, a much more human tragedy is unfolding with Nikki. She's having these migraines, these MS symptoms, but she's refusing to see a doctor. Victoria is terrified, and frankly, we should be too. Why is Nikki ignoring her health? The sources point to her obsession with Nick's recovery. She's pouring all of her emotional energy into his addiction battle, leaving nothing for herself. This is the mother-martyr syndrome. She thinks that if she stays strong for him, her own body will somehow just cope. But we know how soaps work. A headache is never just a headache. Nikki is likely terrified. She knows her body better than anyone. When she tells Victoria it's just MS, she's not just lying to her daughter. She's lying to herself. There is a hidden fear that this is the beginning of the end. She doesn't want to be a patient again. She wants to be the matriarch, the rock, the protector. Admitting she's sick means losing that power. Let's reframe this. Nikki's medical crisis is the price of the Newman family's constant chaos. She is the physical manifestation of the stress Victor and Nick create. Her headaches are literally the pressure of being the glue that holds a fractured dynasty together. While Victor gloats about victory, his wife is crumbling under the weight of his wars. Nikki needs to stop being so stubborn. Ignoring symptoms is a classic soap trope, but it's frustrating to watch a character we love basically commit slow-motion suicide because she's too proud to ask for help. Victoria is right to be alarmed. If Nikki collapses, the fallout will be far worse than if she just went to a simple checkup. Nikki is experiencing caregiver burnout on a grand scale. She is so focused on Nick's crisis that she is using it as an excuse to avoid her own vulnerability. It's a displacement tactic. As long as she's fixing Nick, she doesn't have to face the fact that she might be unfixable. This is an avoidant coping mechanism rooted in her need to be the strong one in her relationship with Victor. Can we talk about Nick for a second? The man who is supposed to be the moral Newman? He is out here leading the charge to help Matt Clark recover his memory, yet he's the one who held a knife to Phyllis's throat, metaphorically speaking. Nick's behavior is baffling. Phyllis saved his life. In any other world, that earns you a lifetime of gratitude. But in Nick's world, it earns you a threat of incarceration. Why? Because he's under Victor's thumb more than he wants to admit. He is projecting his own guilt over his addiction and his failings onto Phyllis. She's an easy target. By punishing her, he feels like he's cleaning up his life, but he's really just being Victor's errand boy. Nick is feeling a profound sense of self-loathing right now. He hates that he needed Phyllis to save him. He hates that he's weak. So, he turns that hate outward toward the woman who saw him at his lowest. It's a kill the messenger situation. Every time he looks at Phyllis, he remembers his own failure. So he wants her gone, sent away to a prison cell where she can't remind him of his shame. The deal Nick offered, give the company back and I'll make the charges go away, is essentially a form of emotional extortion. He is trading her freedom for his family's assets. It reframes Nick not as the good guy, but as a corporate mercenary. He's using his personal history with Phyllis to manipulate her in a way Victor never could. Nick Newman has officially lost the moral high ground, don't you think? You can't claim to be the better person when you're literally bargaining with someone's life to get a building back. It's gross. It shows that beneath the flannel shirts and the nice guy act, Nick is just as much of a shark as his father. He's just better at pretending he isn't. This is reaction formation. Nick is so overwhelmed by his own flaws and his addiction issues that he is overcompensating by acting with extreme toughness toward Phyllis. He is trying to prove to Victor that he is Newman enough to take care of the family business, even if it means destroying the mother of his children. It's an insecure ego seeking validation through cruelty. We have to address the elephant in the room, the AI-fabricated evidence. This is the disaster Michael is supposedly cleaning up, but it's actually the nuclear bomb that could level the entire town. The sources confirm Victor blackmailed Kane with AI emails first. Phyllis then used the same tech to take over Newman Enterprises. Now Victor is using even more AI to frame her for cybercrimes. It's a recursive loop of digital deception. The disaster isn't just Phyllis's legal trouble. It's the fact that the truth doesn't even exist in Genoa City anymore. If Michael cleans this up by staying silent, he is complicit in the death of justice. Phyllis is feeling a sense of gaslit rage. She knows she's being framed for things she didn't do, even if she did do other shady things. It's that feeling when you're a known liar, but for once you're telling the truth, and nobody believes you. It's isolating. It's maddening. She's begging Michael because he's the only one who knows the truth, and his silence is a betrayal deeper than any of Victor's attacks. The AI war is a metaphor for the modern soap opera. We've moved past simple evil twins and moved into evil data. Michael's reluctance to use this information is his attempt to keep the old world order intact. He knows that if he pulls this thread, the entire Newman legacy unravels. He is cleaning up the mess by burying the truth under a rug of legal impossibility. I think the writers are being brilliant here. They are making us root for Phyllis, a character who is often a villain, because she's being out-villained by the heroes. Victor is the aggressor here, and Michael's silence makes him the ultimate fair-weather friend. It's a masterclass in gray area storytelling where nobody is clean, but some people are definitely dirtier than others. This is groupthink within the Newman circle. Michael has been part of the Newman orbit for so long that he has adopted their us versus them mentality. Even though he knows Victor is breaking the law, his brain justifies it as protecting the family. He's not just cleaning up a disaster. He's maintaining a delusion of Newman superiority at the cost of his own integrity. Things are about to get much worse. We've got Victor gloating, Phyllis begging, and Nikki's health failing. The tension is a ticking time bomb. Phyllis is considering surrendering. Think about that for a second. The woman who never gives up is looking at the white flag. But even if she gives Newman back, Christine is still coming for her. She's in a no-win scenario. And Michael? He's just standing there with a broom, waiting to sweep up the pieces of her life. I'm calling it now. Nikki is going to collapse, and it's going to happen right when Victor is at his most arrogant. It will be the universe humbling him. As for Phyllis, she's going to lose the company, but she's not going to jail. Why? Because Lauren is going to find out what Michael knows about the AI evidence. When Lauren finds out her husband was willing to let her best friend go to prison to protect Victor Newman, that marriage is going to explode. Michael clearing up the disaster is actually going to create a hurricane in his own living room. This Thursday episode is setting the stage for a total shift in the power dynamics of Genoa City. Michael Baldwin is playing a dangerous game with Phyllis's life, and Victor is so blinded by his own victory that he can't see his wife is in a medical crisis. Do you think Michael Baldwin is actually loyal to Phyllis, or is he just Victor's puppet at this point? Does he have a secret plan to save her, or has he finally sold his soul to the mustache? And if you were Phyllis, would you take the deal? Would you give up your entire legacy to stay out of jail, or would you burn the whole city down and take the Newmans with you? Let me know your theories in the comments. This storyline is moving fast, and I want to hear if you think the AI corporate war is the best or worst thing to happen to YNR lately. Before you go, make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive. Subscribe to the channel for daily commentary, analysis, and all the soap drama you can handle. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a spoiler breakdown. Until next time, keep watching, and remember, in Genoa City, even the truth is probably just a computer-generated lie. See ya! What kind of deal did Nick offer Phyllis for her legacy? Now, let's get into the core of this disaster, Michael Baldwin. The latest spoilers suggest he's essentially cleaning up Phyllis's mess, but is he really doing her any favors? We have to look at the conflict of interest here that would make any real-world ethics board scream. Michael isn't just a lawyer, he's Victor Newman's protege. Victor has already given him the ultimatum, choose Phyllis, and our decades-long relationship is over. Why is Michael being so passive? Usually, Michael is the shark of the courtroom. He finds the loopholes, he dismantles the witnesses, and he turns impossible into acquitted. But right now? He's acting like a man who's already lost. He's telling Phyllis her case is hopeless, even though he knows, literally knows, that Victor fabricated evidence using AI-generated emails. Internally, Michael is likely tearing himself apart. He's caught between his wife Lauren, who is ride or die for Phyllis, and Victor, who is the father figure Michael always wanted. Imagine the weight of that. Every time he looks at Phyllis, he sees a friend. But every time he looks at the case file, he sees Victor's shadow looming over him. He isn't just defending a client, he's managing a hostage situation where he's both the negotiator and a potential victim. Does it make you wonder whose side he's truly on when the lights go out? I'm reframing this situation. Michael Baldwin isn't failing Phyllis because he's a bad lawyer, he's failing her because he's trying to save Victor from himself. If Michael exposes the AI fraud, Victor goes down. If he doesn't, Phyllis goes down. By being mediocre, Michael is trying to find a middle ground that doesn't exist. He's trying to be a fair-weather friend while a hurricane is hitting the coast. Honestly, I think Michael's behavior is cowardly. You can't be half a lawyer. Either you represent your client with everything you've got, or you recuse yourself. By staying on the case and providing a defeatist defense, he is effectively acting as Victor's Trojan horse inside Phyllis's legal team. He is clearing up the disaster by ensuring the Newman family gets what they want without Victor's fingerprints being too obvious. This is all about Michael's deep-seated need for approval and control. He needs Lauren's love, so he takes the case. He needs Victor's respect, so he doesn't win it. It's a classic case of avoidant behavior triggered by conflicting loyalties. He's paralyzed by the fear of losing either his family or his mentor, so he chooses to do nothing effectively. Do you think Lauren will ever forgive him if she finds out he's tanking the case on purpose?